Well, it looks like today is the here we go day for Andree Onana from Inter Milan to Manchester United, and credible sources have gone ahead to reveal that it never happened yesterday night, but today it's really happening, and we are waiting to see how United finalizes this deal. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. It's a Friday, my Muslim viewers and subscribers. It's Juma Kareem, not so? And all those that really believe in Christianity, I hope God is really doing you wonders as for now. So let's see close to 300 likes. Smash on this video as we discuss United preparing a bid for Suzuki from Japan, and Alex Telles having a shocking interest coming in from a team that has been suspended by FIFA, and we don't know how that is going to pan out. But it looks like United is getting more and more options of the players they are going to sell, and that obviously brings a smile onto their faces, because it's really going to make their jobs easy. Because every time you're selling a player and there is a variety, you can obviously dictate the price that you want and obviously be given the amount of money that you want. But every time you find yourself in a situation when you're only selling to one person, then you all know what it happens. It's obviously that one person buying dictating the price of the player. So Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me RD, and follow us on Twitter at Rokani Media FB, and you can really follow more of the stories that we upload there, because we cannot put everything here. Also, don't forget to subscribe, because we want to hit 15,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and I think we are soonest there. Now, let's start it up with Jacobs Ben. He has told us that Manchester United and Inter Milan expect a full agreement over Andree Onana imminently. Both clubs confident of agreeing a deal with only minor points outstanding and talks moving fast. Manchester United want it done before they fly to the US. Now, if at all you never knew, when United is flying to the US, United will fly to the US after they've gone ahead to play against the Lyon side. And when are we playing Lyon? That is next Wednesday on the 19th. 16 hours. That's when the game of football is going to be played down in Scotland. So after that game, United will have to fly to America either on the 20th or the 21st, because United will have to play Arsenal in 4 days after playing against Lyon. So that means United is going to fly imminently to the United States of America. And because they want this deal and because they want Andree Onana on this trip, so what they're going to hate to do is to obviously come out and speed up everything, because it's not Pep Guardiola, it's Erik ten Hag wants Andree Onana at the trip or on the trip to America, and he wants him to train with the club there. So to it that when you're playing Arsenal, he's really one of those players that is part of the entourage that traveled to America. Then Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and told us that Andree Onana on his final dinner in Milano here at Javier Zanetti Benitero restaurant. Manchester United and Inter are closing in on final details of the deal. All parties expect Andree Onana, new Man United player, in the next hours. So this is what we've been talking about, that in the next hours a deal of Andree Onana is going to be imminent, and it's going to be really announced as a here we go by Fabrizio Romano, and we can call it and Andree Onana Friday here we go. And and obviously Fabrizio Romano is just waiting to obviously call it out and sound it to us it that he gets the best that we deserve from it. Now, that is Andree Onana at the Javier Zanetti's Benitero restaurant that is in Inter Milan, and he's doing great. He wants to join Man United as up. 27 years of age, coming in from Cameroon, Ajax, Inter Milan, and then he's into the United era, and the DNA of Erik ten Hag continues to sync up at Man United to it that he gets in the best that he deserves as from players. Then I'm having Di Marzio and Moreto Mercato. They've gone ahead and obviously confirmed to us that Manchester United and Inter Milan are close to finalizing a deal of Andree Onana for a fee of £43 million plus add-ons. That is Di Marzio. Then Matteo Moreto He has told us that Man United and Inter Milan are getting closer for the transfer of Andree Onana. The final price could be a little higher than 50 plus 5 million euros. Now, this is where I come in to really question the levels at which United do these deals, because if you're Man United, you wouldn't like to find yourself in a situation of really taking long to get the deal over the line, and then you agree on the same amount of money that you had taken long to contemplate on to see to it that you either pay it or not. Remember, Inter told Manchester United over the weekend, that is last weekend, that you've put in a bid of 50 million euros, 45 million euros plus 5 million euros of add-ons. We are not willing to accept that. But add more 5 million euros as add-ons and give us an upfront fee of 50 million euros. You're going to let Andree Onana come to your club. So that was the case. So when it was the case, it really rose a lot of dust that United just spent another 5 days almost not trying to get this deal over the line, because they just look like amateurs, you know. I like the way Liverpool does its transfers, because when Liverpool goes ahead to sign a player, in 2-3 days, it's done and dusted. But for United, they take forever to really get these deals over the line. Now, why have we been really negotiating? Because however much the negotiation have been going in for like 7 days after they rejected our second bid, we've gone ahead to pay the same amount of money that Inter Milan has always gone called in for. So that is really shit for me, and we should not be acting like that. That's why we are always that's why I've always come in and told you that we act like a small club. United is a big club, but when it comes to transfers, we are really bold, and we act like a very, 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 very amateurish club. Now, lastly, about Andree Onana, Anthony of Man United was asked about Andree Onana, and he said, I know him very well. We played together at Ajax. He's a great goalkeeper and a nice person. It's not up to me to say whether Man United should sign him, because it's a club decision. I can only say that he's definitely very strong. So, obviously, Andree Onana was part of that Ajax team that had Lisandro Martinez, Anthony, and very many others. But the good thing is that he's coming to the club of Man United, where his former two teammates at Ajax are, and he's going to be having one of the best times at the club of Man United, meaning that he's having a soft landing ground as he's coming from Inter Milan to join Manchester United. So, looks like today everything is going to be sounded. Here we go. A medical is going to be scheduled, and I think when Hugo is sounded, he'll have to travel to Manchester to undergo his medical. That is tomorrow. Then on Sunday, he'll find himself at Carrington, and maybe on Monday or Tuesday, we get an announcement that Andree Onana is now a Red Devil, and after that, he will obviously be part of the team that plays on Wednesday, if all goes well, because for him as a goalkeeper, he doesn't need a lot. Lisandro Martinez is going to be playing alongside him. He knows him thick and through. So, we wait and see how that pans out. But, as Andree Onana is closing to here we go to Man United, we have what we call Zion Suzuki. He's his backup goalkeeper. That is, or the understudy. Now, we have a very huge update for Suzuki as far as it's concerned. Remember, it was confirmed to us that this is the guy that Manchester United is looking into come in as a backup goalkeeper. He's just 19. And Marco Mola has confirmed to us that Man United intend to submit a formal offer for Zion Suzuki soon. It has become clear that Suzuki wants to join the club too. Urawa Reds expect to receive an offer from Man United for Zion Suzuki in the next few days. And what is the offer all about? It's said to be £5 million. And when you look at Suzuki and the way he plays, obviously, he's like Andree Onana. He just does everything perfectly. His ball distribution is really apt. He's this modern goalkeeper. But short stopping, I'm not well conversant with him. but at the age of 19, you really anticipate that he has a lot to learn, and you cannot really put him in as your first choice goalkeeper. But we cannot rule it out that he can come in through at Man United and obviously take over Andree Onana. For Erik ten Hag, it's not all about him and the amount of money he's going to hate to buy you. It's all about what you offer on the field of play. And Andree Onana, if he doesn't offer what Ten Hag really expects, and Suzuki in the training sessions is really giving Erik ten Hag vibes of really putting him into the starting 11 of the team, then he'll go in for it. And that is one of those things that will always attract more players at the club of Man United, because we are really having a manager who picks players on merit, not favoritism. So that is one of those things that you have to go ahead and obviously understand. But for Suzuki, I just look at him as David De Gea, who has recently left. De Gea signed for Man United at the age of 19, and it's the same age that Suzuki is signing in for Man United. Came in through, did his job, and he left as a pure legend of the club of Man United, though he never got the farewell that everyone would have gone ahead to want. And Bruno just put up a post and obviously complaining about how he was not given a farewell that he really deserved as a legend of Man United. But right now, we wait and see whether United is going to really throw in something for Suzuki, but we anticipate that Suzuki is going to be the backup choice goalkeeper, meaning that we are going to be having Andree Onana, Suzuki, Tom Heaton as the 4 choice goalkeepers of United, as Dean Henderson is really preparing for his departure to Nottingham Forest, as United is expecting a bid coming in from Nottingham Forest. And I think that deal is going to be given green light, especially that deal of Dean Henderson to Nottingham Forest permanent is going to be given green light after Andree Onana finds himself in a position of signing for Manchester United. And I think that's the only thing that is delaying those deals, and that means United might really get in some good amount of money. That is £25 million for Dean Henderson, 30 for Fred. That is 55 million pounds. When you add on 20 for Elanga, that is like 70, meaning that out of three sales of United players, they might really gang up close to how much? Close to 80 million pounds. That won't be bad bargain. Now, the other player that is up for sale is Alex Telles, and Man United's Alex Telles is a target for Al Nassr, and very many clubs are interested in Alex Telles. Benfica, FC Porto, teams in Brazil, and now there is Galatasaray. And here comes Al Nassr. But I would love him to go to Al Nassr, because Al Nassr can get us some good amount of money, like 10 million pounds for the player. But my worry is Al Nassr has been banned from really buying players because they failed to meet the add-ons of Leicester City for their former player Ahmed Musa. Since, was it 2017? It's 4-5 years now since they last went ahead to obviously meet their obligation of really paying these other add-ons. So wait and see how that pans out. But I would love to see him go to Saudi Arabia. I'd like to see Fred go to Saudi Arabia, because you will know that Fred to Saudi Arabia, 30 million pounds. We get that money in. We pursue the deal of Sofian Amrabat. You sell Telles, 10 million pounds to Al Nassr. Obviously, Al Nassr will get you that amount of money, and you use it to do the needful. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. And for Al Nassr and Telles, it's really so much workable. Do you know why? I think it's the only team that can pay his £87,000 a week, and they can even get him more. They can even double his salary to like £170,000 a week, and he can go there and obviously play his ball in peace. So I think that's another outlet that the Lord has gone ahead to open for Man United, to see to it that we get in some good amount of money from Al Nassr. So your thoughts on to Andree Onana to United, imminent today, right? Are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Suzuki offer £5 million to the Japanese side? And lastly, Alex Telles to Al Nassr. Would you welcome it? Yes or no? I sign out for now. See you later. Ciao.